They say power is fleeting. If you require evidence, observe what transpired at the Federal High Court in Abuja yesterday. The man once positioned as Nigeria's most powerful legal authority, former Attorney General Abubakar Malami, nearly became trapped in crossfire between government agencies theoretically aligned. You witnessed the headline, "Malami Nearly Killed." While that resembles cinematic fiction, courtroom tension proved genuinely explosive. EFCC operatives and Nigerian Correctional Service personnel confronted each other, exchanging shouts and assertions of authority regarding Malami's custody. This represented institutional shame, a display of governmental force occurring directly before judicial authority. It transcended normal legal procedure. We will transport you into that courtroom to examine what triggered this confrontation. We investigate why EFCC and prison officials prepared for physical conflict over Malami's custody. We examine the 8.7 billion naira money laundering allegations imprisoning the former Attorney General and why this trial becomes 2026's paramount legal spectacle. If you seek complete understanding of this governmental clash and what it signifies for Malami's January 7th fate, please smash that like button. It helps distribute this to Nigerians deserving truth, and if not subscribed, activate subscription and notifications immediately. You require presence throughout these high-profile proceedings every development. Yesterday, January 2nd, 2026, Abubakar Malami, his wife Hajia Bashir Asab, and his son Abubakar Abdulaziz returned to court for bail hearings. They had been charged just days prior with 16 counts encompassing money laundering, conspiracy, and asset concealment totaling exceeding 8 billion naira. Justice Imwate had remanded them in Kuje Correctional Center. Friday represented their opportunity presenting bail arguments. Instead of procedural smoothness, a security confrontation erupted. Court observers described chaos when proceedings concluded. Judge Imwate adjourned bail application ruling until Wednesday, January 7th. Malami's family required return to Kuje prison. This generated immediate conflict. EFCC operatives and NCOS officials clashed regarding defendant custody and transportation responsibility. Witnesses described escalation where voices intensified and threats materialized. This constituted pure power struggle. The EFCC prosecuting the case demanded maintaining tight control, preventing complications. NCOS officials asserted that court remand placed defendants under their custody authority exclusively. The aggression reached levels frightening courtroom observers. Journalists experienced harassment. Access became restricted. Physical combat appeared imminent momentarily. This situation reflects recurring patterns. Similar confrontations occurred with Godwin Emefiele and Yayabu. Now Malami triggers identical governmental dysfunction. Security agencies transform judicial spaces into battlefields rather than temples of justice. This demonstrates profound institutional degradation. The irony proves piercing. Malami previously supervised these agencies as Attorney General. Now his custody generates their public combat. Such displays damage public confidence in governmental institutions. When agencies cannot coordinate basic security responsibilities, systemic failure becomes undeniable. The accusations prove substantial. EFCC alleges that Malami and family deployed companies including Metropolitan Auto Tech Limited and property acquisitions across Abuja, Kano, and Kebbi for money laundering. Investigators claim that throughout 2015 to 2025, encompassing his full ministerial tenure, billions were transferred and obscured through company fronts and real estate purchases. Malami entered not guilty pleas. His prominent attorney Joseph Daudu argued vigorously for bail, emphasizing Malami's standing as senior advocate and former public servant. EFCC counsel Ale Hanaro responded forcefully, asserting Malami constitutes flight risk and potential witness intimidator warranting continued detention. Judge Emwete deferred final determination until January 7th, requiring Malami family members remaining at Kuje pending resolution. Consider the contrast. Years previously, Malami signed legal documents with absolute authority. Currently, he awaits judicial permission for release. This transformation represents dramatic institutional reversal. Former absolute power now depends upon judicial mercy. The courtroom confrontation introduces additional danger. When agencies cannot coordinate basic custody procedures, Malami's safety becomes questionable. If institutions cannot agree regarding fundamental detention protocols, what circumstances emerge if bail becomes granted? Governmental dysfunction creates legitimate concerns. What do you interpret regarding this EFCC and prison service confrontation? Does this represent professional disagreement or deeper institution power struggle? Do you believe Malami receives bail on January 7th, or do you predict the Kuje 3 remain imprisoned? What message does this send regarding institutional competence and governmental functionality? Drop your assessment in comments. I genuinely seek your perspective on this national embarrassment. Tension will escalate as Wednesday approaches. The EFCC demonstrates serious intent while NCOS asserts statutory authority. We will position ourselves at court on January 7th, delivering live ruling coverage. Will Malami achieve freedom, or will the Kuje 3 remain imprisoned? This verdict carries implications extending beyond individual custody. It addresses whether governmental agencies maintain operational coordination and whether judicial independence prevails against institutional pressure. We will monitor every development and distribute information. Conventional media avoids examining. If you discover this analysis explosive and informative, smash that like button. Let's drive this toward 5,000 likes, demonstrating Nigerian engagement. And if not subscribed, activate subscription and notifications immediately. You require presence throughout this developing drama. Stay informed on institutional accountability.